Bonehead Guitars. Let's go build some junk. So, I had a meeting with the fashion department, and I feel like I made some really good points. And in the end, we decided that there's nothing wrong with trying new things. So we're trying new things. It's gonna be cool. Okay. I've gone over this a couple times, trying to find the best concise way to explain what's going on. Previous video, I was talking about chopping some off of the butt, which I've always thought would probably be a little too much. So, universally, consensus online is don't cut it. Your voices have been heard. However, I'm going to have to cut it. Not like I was initially thinking. Let me explain. Alright, most of our problems stem from the fact that at the last minute, for no particular reason whatsoever, my stupid ass decided to cut this further down the neck than I think the paper design had, a better deal, and I just, unilaterally on the fly decided to change that. I think, but I don't remember. However, since we have done that, this would look a lot more, your normal cutaway has, a tighter curve. So that's kind of what the experience I was going off of, and with this the way it is, we could have been deeper and everything would have been fat, dumb, and happy. I didn't do that, so that's given us a few issues to deal with. Now, in the initial design, I had no idea how cookie holes were going to go with the bridge and everything, so it's been an issue anyway. But here's what we're looking at. Right now, the bridge is going to wind up being placed about right there, which that cookie hole is absolutely going to interfere with. I've looked at the possibility of, gluing a little plug in the bottom and then filling with epoxy, so you still have that illusion, but it's safe to drill right next to. This is plan B, or C, or D, or something. I don't like it, but it would work. This turtleneck. Okay, so anyway, I look at, 2 inches behind the bridge. I've never seen a hard and fast rule on that, but it seemed like 2 inches is, it's not so close that it looks weird and puts a whole lot of angle on the back of the bridge, but it also isn't far enough back that it looks weird and, doesn't provide enough angle. So I figured, in the neighborhood of 2 inches. Alright, well, that interferes with the cookie hole. And with the stop tail, I don't know that we're going to really be able to avoid that too much. But, okay, so, big major issue. Issue number 2 is, again, stems from cutting the neck blank the way we did. Leaves the butt a little shorter than it needs to be, and I'm not super stoked about trying to plug the back of that. And then there's also the issue that I think it looks just a little too long, which is not particularly important, and I think, it's largely in my head. It's looking at pictures straight on that it kind of looks wonky to me. Okay, so with all those issues in mind, my primary motivation here is the bridge. So I couldn't help but notice if the bridge was here, straddling that cookie hole, then we would miss these two cookie holes, and we would have plenty of material and safe space to drill our posts. And as it turns out, a little more than 2 inches behind that, we could put the stop tail in a fairly reasonable area where it's kind of got the same situation. Well, as it turns out, that appears to be, where'd you go? If we could move back 1 3/8 inches, push right over the middle of that cookie hole. Now, to make that happen, all I need to do is deepen our neck pocket, shift top cookie forward, then I can use back cookie as a template to rework the front and the bite. Then I can use top cookie as a template to rework the back of the ice cream and the back of the bottom cookie. Then we will be a little more than 1 inch shorter, and we will have shifted to a place where the bridge will be in a good spot. So I know everybody says don't cut it, but I think this would put us in the situation where we need to be. I think this pretty much has to happen. So that's what I'm planning on doing. So, like I said, your comments and your feedback have all been heard. I agree with most of what everybody has said, and yeah, I value your input, and I have full confidence in your opinions, and as a consequence, I'm not planning on chopping the end off of this thing, but just a minute. So I'm not planning on just arbitrarily chopping off a couple inches, but we do have to make an adjustment. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to do some measuring. And this is basically what that's going to look like. I'll just cut the neck pocket a little deeper, get that fitted. Then we can put these two together. I can use the bottom cookie as a template to rework this stuff, and the top cookie as a template to rework that. Before we do that, we will probably use top cookie to trim this, and then use ice cream to trim that. So, I'm still scared. But I guess we just need to go do it. Just stop worrying about it and do it. Well, the cookieectomy procedure was successful. Yeah. What's up, babe? Oh, yeah. No, the shirt worked out great. It's been fantastic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course I'm still wearing it. Yeah. Listen, I can't talk. I'm polishing my wood. I'll talk to you later, babe. So, I think we were successful. That's going to be a fun conversation. Yeah, now we just need to do some sanding and re-rounding, and we'll be back where we were. All will be well. Hope you had fun. Like this video, go subscribe, stick around. Meet me back here next time. We have more stuff to do.